All right, time now is 8:14 a.m. in the morning on September 25th. I'm in my street clothes. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. And I don't know what's going on with my face. The acne doesn't stop. Last night I had a theory, and that is maybe it's because this room is really dirty and there's so much dust in this room. So no matter how hard I try to wash my face and put moisture cream on it again and again and again, it doesn't matter because my room is so dirty. But I told my mom this, and my mom said, "Well, if that's the case, then why don't you have any acne on your forehead?" And my mom said, if acne keeps appearing on my face cheeks, it's got to be because of something that I eat. It's got to be a dietary issue. Time now is 12:59. I am back at home and I'm ready for lunch. Broccoli, boiled, not fried, and the insane garlic cup noodle. That's 540 calories. Nice. All right, time now is 1:45 p.m. I just finished dinner, lunch. It's really underwhelming actually. It's just a cup noodle and some broccoli. But a college student gets by. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about today real quick. It is quite underwhelming today as well. I woke up, the church teacher picked me up, went to church, went to sermon, I sat alone. It was so cold and I was so freaking tired for some reason today. I almost fell asleep, but we're not gonna have a lunch gathering together. So I originally thought me and several other people would hang out together and have lunch together in a restaurant nearby, but that never happened. Everybody just left because everybody's busy. So once again, just like last Sunday, I went back home. Except nobody has the time to take me back home. So after a lot of discussion, Jonah left immediately. The cellist girl, she wasn't even here for the Bible study. She immediately left. A lot of people are gone, and then the siblings were like, "Fine, we'll take Enoch home." So they took me home real quick, and then they went back, which is nice. I thanked them, but even the teacher's really busy, so everybody's busy and don't got time for lunch. Um, that's that. But I do believe that I should go to church less because I don't know why, but lately I've had to confront religion a lot lately. I don't know why. Like, I talked to Zara about my daily routine, the things I do every day. And I told Zara that on Sundays I'm not free because I have to go to church. And Zara's like, "Oh, you're religious?" Actually, I thought I told Zara already, but it's complicated. You know, I almost thought that, how when I went to USA at first and I was really stressed out and I didn't know what to do and so much shit has happened to me, I thought that this will traumatize me, and with me going to church nearly every single Sunday, it will probably reconvert me back to Christian again, like a real faithful Christian. That never happened. No matter how many gospels I've sung along, no matter how many sermons I've sat through, no matter how many Bible study sessions I've gone through, my mind hasn't changed at all. Because I feel like I know enough about the world and about people to know that Christianity is just a religion, and I respect people who are Christians. I respect the religion itself, but I myself just doesn't seem to be able to connect with it anymore because I just know so much about the world. And I think that's also partially my personality. I think how my upbringing is so uptight sometimes, there's so many rules and my parents will never let me listen to weird music, or they don't like it anyways. How they're super against, weird movies. And I'm so happy that I and Pepper's relationship are back to normal, if not better than ever. Like, I know I say this a lot, but back in April and May, it's just shit. I and Pepper didn't trust each other, and I just feel a great sense of hostility from her. But I think that's partially on me for being really paranoid and socially awkward, and insecure, but also it's partially on her because she was going through a rough time at that point, and she was so, like, emotionally, I guess, disturbed that she decided to go to Riverside by herself and book a Airbnb for 3 days and just live alone. Time now is 10:10 p.m. I'm just gonna wrap it up right now. I don't have much to say other than three things. First of all, at around 7:30, okay. So last Wednesday, in film class, Yulia, the Russian girl, was like, Enoch, Eric, let's do a Zoom meeting together on Sunday, to talk about the lights for the short film that we're doing this Wednesday. And last night I went to Discord and I asked them, like, are we gonna do a Zoom meeting? No response. Suddenly, so I was watching Miseng today, and I expected them to not do a Zoom meeting. Maybe they forgot. Suddenly, Eric called me, and then Eric suddenly hung up. So I'm like, what the heck? Wait, is it the Zoom meeting? So I went to Discord. Turns out, Yulia, about 10 minutes ago, at 7:30, was like, okay, here's a Zoom meeting link. Boom. And so it was like, oh, okay. So I immediately joined in, and it's me, Yulia, and Eric, and we proceeded to spend about 40 something minutes, maybe even an hour, just talking about lights on the set and stuff. And it was nice and stuff. But the thing is, the moment I have returned to LA in round two, my acne just blew up for no reason. And when I was doing the Zoom meeting with Yulia and Eric, I suddenly realized why, or at least I have a hypothesis. I have a guess. Think about it. What food item did I start eating a lot of ever since I got back to LA? I didn't eat any of them in Hong Kong, nor in round one. Think about it. Now, all the foods I eat nowadays, the steak, the chicken breast, the chicken thighs, the pork chops, the pasta, the rice, they're all the same with round one. I eat them all in round one as well. But something's different. You're right. It's spices. Ever since late round one, and then pretty much every single day in round two, I use Cindy spices. Aside from salt and black pepper, I would also add garlic powder and cumin, and sometimes even ginger powder, and smoked seasoning, and cayenne pepper and paprika. I see spices, I get excited, and I just put them all over my food. Now, for someone like Cindy, for an African like Cindy, maybe eating a lot of these spices is fine to her because she's biologically able to withstand that. Or maybe it's just me putting too much spices. But I think, given that when I was a child, when I was a teenager, for most of my life, I've never had so much paprika and cayenne pepper and cumin every single day and every single week. And then suddenly I'm having all of these spices in my food. It's not good. It's not healthy, and my body's reacting to it in some sort of weird way. Holy fuck. Holy shit. I'm watching a movie and this shit happens. There's a spider. Holy shit. Fuck. Okay, shit. Okay. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Crap, okay. Need to use both hands for this. Alright, time now is 11:22 a.m. on September 26th. Yeah. It's a Monday. Yeah, it's been 9 months since my new life has started. And guess what? the drilling noises. It's not fucking stopping. It's just drilling on and on and on and on and on. And so I just laid on my bed from 10:10 a.m. all the way till 11:15. I know that's a real long time. I feel like I wasn't completely awake during this hour and 5 minutes, but I'm definitely not asleep either because of the fucking drill noise. I was just laying on my bed. From now on, I'm gonna have workout plan, and that is every Monday and Thursday morning I'm gonna work out. And today is Monday. That's true. But I'm not gonna work out. Why? Because last night I realized that I have an exam today. Yes. So today I'm going to have biology 3 class, and in the class I'm going to have the first exam of the class, and I just remembered yesterday. So I haven't studied at all. I'm gonna spend about an hour, maybe an hour and a half this morning, later to study. It's gonna be easy because it's America, it's community college. You don't fuck with a Hong Konger, okay? I can handle this. Final remarks. My mom and my family, my aunt and my second aunt have been talking on the family WhatsApp group, talking about where to go in Japan or where to stay. And my aunt had found a couple of Airbnbs that are literally in the middle of nowhere. So originally the plan is to go to Niigata, which is like Tokyo but more north, a little bit more northeast, which is cool, I guess. And then my aunt found a place that is apparently 2 hours away from Niigata and 1 hour away from Nagano. And then she sent a couple links to Airbnbs, and neither of these Airbnbs fit that description. They're literally in the middle of nowhere or in some small town, which is both interesting but also not, because I finally go to Japan for the second time in my life, and I'm going to some middle of nowhere. But yeah, I think that's actually going to happen. Pepper's going to stay in LA this December. She's not going anywhere. Alright, gonna try something I've never cooked before today. This is Ralph's pork belly seasoned. That's right. I've never cooked pork belly before in my life, nor in the USA. So this is gonna be interesting. It seems to me this is 2 portions of pork belly. 1 portion, a 2 portion? Oh god. Oh god, this is a lot more complicated than that, is it? Oh geez. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. They're already seasoned, so don't need to season them all that much. I'm gonna cook them all. Alright, so as you can probably tell, I changed my shirt because when I was cooking this, the soy sauce fucking exploded and splashed all over my white shirt. So I'm washing it right now in the washing machine actually. And then the moment I come back, there's a cockroach. And I smashed it so hard that the wooden spoon fucking exploded again. And before these 2 events, the plastic spatula I used for the pan fucking fell and flipped. So, fuck me. Let's try this pork belly. Cheers. Alright, time now is 8:59 p.m. Let's talk about what happened today. I'm gonna try to keep everything today under 15 minutes, so I'll speak very fast. So, before I left to Biology 3, I cooked myself lunch in about half an hour. So I spent about an hour this morning studying, speed running through all chapters 1, 2A, 2B, 3A, and 3B, and writing notes, 4 pages worth of notes. Now, keep in mind that the trash is overflowing that last night, and as I'm speaking now, as of now, it's still overflowing. And like I said, I would like to I am not like, but I am willing to take out the trash. Um, and I've done that. But the thing is, I've already done that for the last 3 times. I don't want to be the trash man. So I wanted to ask Cindy, or at least the other guy, to take out the trash. Um, and so during lunch, while cooking lunch, of course, Cindy with her usual, wow, it smells good. That bacon looks nice. Of course it does look nice, you silly goose. Um, and I took this as an opportunity to ask Cindy, oh, um, the trash, it's overflowing. So I don't have bags. So I was like, I don't want to be direct, like, please take out the trash, because I'm a socially awkward little boy, and I'm a little boy, like, I'm smaller than her, and she's always the more experienced one. I don't want to directly say take out the trash. So I was like, oh, I don't have a bag. I don't want to take out the trash. And she said, or are you asking me to take out the trash? What are you asking for? And I'm like, yeah. And so Cindy's like, oh, okay, I'll take out the trash. Yeah, sure. So I went to class, came back home, and the trash is still there. So that's great. I hope it's gone by tonight, by tomorrow. Um,
Yeah, exactly. Because like you get up, you feel, and it's just nice to meet people. But if you're just cooking for me, I get so lazy. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna.
the conversation styles, man. Californian versus East Asian. You can tell. You can tell, man. I have about 30 something. I think there's 31 or 30 multiple choice questions, and then a few writing questions. That's it. It's not that tough, really. I finished it, and I'll say that this is more or less the same as I thought it would be. It's not super easy. It's not hilariously easy. There are some tricky questions here and there. I admit that the exam has tricky questions. And but I like it. I like challenging exams because it makes it more fun. Easy exams are boring as hell. Sometimes you want to have fun. Doing exam is suffering, but sometimes it ends up being fun. Especially math exams. Maths exams are so much fun. They hurt so much, but they're so much fun. Similarly, today it was nice actually. Okay, finally, while cooking dinner, which is pork belly, rice, and yellow bell pepper, the plastic spatula fell on the ground, and I was a little pissed already. And then the oil suddenly exploded and splashed my white shirt with sauce. And it's not the first time that it happened, but this time it's such a gigantic splash. It's awful. It's cartoonish. It came straight out of a cartoon. And then a cockroach appeared out of nowhere, and it's not small, but it's not big, but it's not small either. And so I immediately grabbed 2 paper towels, and then I just saw any blunt object that is not metallic, or weak like plastic. And then I just grabbed a wooden spoon and I just smashed it, bam, 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 bam. And I smashed the fucking cockroach so hard that a small piece of that wooden spoon fucking exploded. It wasn't that bad, but I was pretty pissed. Pepper told me that the Chinese boss lady also yelled at her, like she's scrubbing the tables the wrong way, and the Chinese boss lady is like, no, you need to scrub it this way, not this way. And then yeah, it's just you know that sort of stuff. But the reason why the Chinese boss lady isn't rehiring me again, I feel like, is because of my attitude. Like, I should be like, thank you, thank you. Hi, how are you? I'm feeling fine. Okay, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, lately I've been watching Nisang, the Korean drama about working, and I realized that I don't have a lot of work experience. I don't have a lot of office experience, but from someone who's, East Asian, you know, like for a Chinese person or Japanese or Korean or Taiwanese or whatever. Like you need to really like, sorry, I made this mistake. I'll do better next time. This will never happen again. I'm sorry. Like maybe I'll have to do all this. Now I've worked as an intern in my mom's office a little while, but it's in Hong Kong, so it's a little less. I'm sorry, but maybe I should do more of this often in front of a Chinese boss lady. All right, time now is 11:33 a.m. on September 27th. Um, yeah. So, I slept from 3:05 a.m. to 10:30 ish. So yes. Nothing all that crazy is going to happen today. I'm going to film history class, which is going to be nice. I'm gonna watch a couple movies, which is gonna be cool, and that's it. Um, Nothing else. I I'm still working on so many other things at the same time. Actually, of course, we got the uni application stuff. I am making a huge table in my Google spreadsheet on what sort of stuff we have in the supplementary material for the application. And I also probably today I'll email the white guy and the Italian professor about internships because I really need that. And I've been doing some research last night about cameras, Sony camera, lenses, and all that stuff. Maybe I'll buy one before I leave so that I could bring that camera there to vlog. So I'm not going to use my phone to vlog anymore. I'm going to use a camera. And there has limitations as well because cameras are a lot more expensive. Alright, just quickly bought some stuff from Target, $24, and I'm just gonna walk back home because no way am I gonna get on the bus with this. Fuck. And I went to college, and spoke to Patrick, the black man, watched 2 movies, that's it, nothing important happened. Came back home, and yeah, I cooked dinner. It was shoulder steak, beef shoulder steak, which is really cheap. Not the best quality, but it's meat, I'll take it. So I wanted to throw away all the ravioli, and guess what the fuck? The trash is still completely filled. It's still overflowing. 2 days ago, I told Cindy, or actually I think yesterday, I told Cindy to take out the trash. Very indirectly, because I don't want to be rude. But I guess she either is too lazy to do it, or she just thought to herself, oh, well, if she's so indirect about it, then this means I don't have to do it because I guess I don't hear the instructions. So there's that. But I did take out the trash today. I sacrificed myself. That huge fucking tower of trash, I took it all out and I dumped it in a bin. And there were fucking flies flying out of the trash pile. It was amazing. God knows how many forms of diseases are hidden in that fucking thing. I even sprayed all over I even grabbed my own alcohol spray and I sprayed it just in case, a new form of monkeypox is hidden in that trash. It's fucking insane. But yeah, cook myself dinner, fine and dandy. Also after class, I almost forgot. After class, I went to Target again, and I bought a bucket, Clorox gloves, which I think this is a brand. Gloves, Clorox gloves, they don't make sense, and a mop. Okay, one final thing before I leave off. Zara, I guess the most interesting thing about Pepper right now is that she went to Riverside all by herself and stayed overnight there, which I think is really brave. But that's nothing special. Zara does that too. Zara went to Boston, a whole other city in another state, all by herself, despite not having any prior experience in solo traveling. Zara's like even braver. And when I called Zara, I was like, wow, you're so brave. Like, I could do that in Hong Kong. Like, I went to Tuen Mun and all the other places all by myself, and it's okay. But if it's to another city, then it's like, oh. All right, so today I'm gonna try for the first time to mop the floor. I have mopped the floor before, but I haven't in my life tried to do the whole thing, the whole setup, all by myself. So this is gonna be great. Push sleeve down and twist 4 times the ring. That's pretty good. Pull sleeve up and snap into middle grip to mop. I have no idea what does that mean. Okay. Safe on all hard surface floors, including wood. So I am stealing some of Cindy's floor washing juice. That's right. I'm not actually stealing. She's okay with this, I think. And right here it says in the back, mix 1/4 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup in a gallon of water. What the fuck is a cup and what the fuck is a gallon? Americans are, thankfully, right here this is a 2.5 gallons, so 11 quarts, 10 2.5. 1 gallon is right here. So I just need to fill this until this line with hot water, and then I'm gonna just add a cup of this, whatever that means. I don't know. I'll just pour it in, and then we'll have the thing ready, and then I will begin the mopping. All right. Hope I don't drop this stuff. 1 cup, here we go. Oh God, should I do it with 2 hands? Here we go. Yep, that's definitely 1 cup. Is that even 1 cup? I don't think that is. How do I know if it's 1 cup? What the fuck? 1/4 of a cup. Oh, 1/4. I think that's enough. Is that enough? It's a little purplish. Okay, I'll add a little more. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, that's definitely enough. Okay. Ooh. All right, guys. So I just made a huge discovery. Come on. What are you doing? This thing right here, I can actually contract it. Okay, what are you doing? I can actually contract it, and I can do this. So now, hey! Alright, here we go. Without further ado, let's dip the mop into the juice. Okay. Oh boy. What am I even doing with my life? Okay. And then, boom! And then I mop. Okay. Do this. Nice gesture. Nice mopping pose. All right. I look like an idiot right now. I'm filming myself mopping. Oh my God, so intense. Okay, let's do this. Wow. I mean, yeah, the floor is dirty. I get it. I think it's a little bit too concentrated though. Is it? I think it is too concentrated. All right. Let's go in like this. Okay. Okay. I think that's good? Do I dip it back? I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Should I dip it back? It's dirty. Fuck. I don't know. Okay, I have gloves over there. I'm gonna use it to squeeze out the juice, the dirty juice, and then I'll dip it back, probably. I'll think about this. Alright, so as you can probably tell, I have mopped the floor quite a bit. Aside from the bathroom, I've pretty much mopped most areas of the room. Aside from the bathroom, and to give you an idea how dirty my room is, this is how dirty it is. Oh my god. Well, by the way, it's not stuck. There's a small lever underneath the sink that I can, you know, trial and error. Like one time, I don't know what I did, but out of curiosity, I pressed the sink button, and I was like, holy shit, what do I do? And then I found out about the lever under the sink. But yeah. Alright, this is gonna be quick. Time now is 8:07 a.m. in the morning on September 28th. Just woke up, as you can probably tell by my hair and by how tired I am. God damn it. Yeah, that's it. So today I'm going to go to Film 32 class to film a scene, and this time I will be the grip. I'll be the key grip. And it's probably gonna be really tough. Today's gonna be tough for everyone because the scene we're filming it just involves so much light work and also so much set dressing. I'm so glad I'm not in the art department this time because it's gotta suck being in the art department this time. It's going to be a lot of work. But yeah, that's it. And I sent a message on Discord tagging everyone asking if anyone has flashlights, if they could bring them. And then Pepper said, can we just use our phones? And I said, oh, maybe it's not strong enough. So it's a good thing that Pepper is voluntarily starting conversations with me. That's a great change. What? 94? Okay.
One more test. Why is he?
Huh? Alright, time now is 6:35 p.m. on September 28th. Let's talk about today. Let's hope I can finish talking about today as soon as possible. But the thing is, the entire G&E is basically me and Eric. Eric is the gaffer, aka the guy who lights, and then there is Alan, a Mexican guy who is different from the Alan, the Mexican guy from Film 40. His name is also Alan, but it's a different person. And he's the electrician. And then Yulia, the Russian girl, she's the DP, but she's mainly sticking with me and Eric because she can't do anything with the camera because that is our professor's, that's under our professor's control. So Yulia mainly stayed with us as part of the G&E. And she even moved the light stands and tried to do the light settings and everything. And she's the freaking DP. Why is she doing all this? But it's good. It's cool. Yeah, and then everyone else are in their position. Christian is the boom operator. Alba is the first AC. Pepper is second AD, but she doesn't have much to do. I don't know, but I just feel a lot more relaxed this time, which may be a bad thing. There was one point when we had to stick fake leaves, fake vines onto a green flat. And I was like, these vines are real long, and I just tossed them up over the flat so that Eric could tape them, which is weird because Eric's the gaffer, but he's helping out. I was doing pretty well, and then I was distracted, and then later I continued to toss it, except I can't. Birkin, the Turkish guy, the very cocky, braggadocious Chad Turkish guy, he showed up and he took my vine and he was like, here, boom, bam. And of course he's good at throwing things. And then Eric and Christian were there, and they were like, "Damn, you let Birkin show you up like that? Damn!" And I just smiled. Um, this is a very common situation. I mean, back in Forms 1, 2, and 3, I would constantly be embarrassed. And even in Forms 4 and 5, I would be, embarrassed by people. People outdo things, outdo me, and I would always be awkward. But I am very chill, and I know a lot more about publicity now that I don't get embarrassed easily. But today I sort of let him go and let myself be embarrassed a little bit. But a little bit later, the vines dropped, so I flung it up again, and I was like, "Oh, the cowboy vines, the spirit of Los Angeles," and I threw it over the wall, and it was nice. And then I joined in because I was gonna ask Alan to help out with one of the power sources, but I heard their conversation, and they're like, "Oh, we're all Mexican," and then they asked me where I'm from. No, somebody asked me what's my name, and I said Enoch, and they asked me where I'm from, and I said Hong Kong. Same with Pepper, and Pepper's like, "Yeah, Hong Kong gang." Also, at some point, Pepper's doing cable wrangling because she has nothing to do, and Eric's roasting her all the time, like, "Lol, you're so useless," and Pepper's like, fuck you," and like flipped Eric off, and they were having a laugh, and Eric was getting really touchy too. Like Eric, like I wouldn't do that, but Eric was like slapping Pepper's shoulder and like touching her and stuff, which I guess is fine if you're super extroverted, but I don't know. I wouldn't do that. We pretty much only have about 25 minutes to go out and grab food and eat food and come back. So we didn't. So what happened was Pepper, Andrea, Christian, Eric, me, the gang, the gang. I don't know what to call this gang. The detective gang. No, the gang, whatever. We just sat around a table and we just ate there. And Eric brought his own lunch. Christian also brought an apple. He always brings apples. Pepper also brought like a bun from Nijia Market, like a sweet potato bun. And Andrea's not hungry, so I would be really selfish if I just went out. I mean, I could do that myself, but I wouldn't. And besides, I brought a granola bar and a Snickers bar. At the end, I went to the vending machine and bought myself a pack of Ruffles chips. And this is the first time ever in my life using a vending machine in the USA. Specifically, that vending machine too. But it was easy. I just put in two $1 bills, which I conveniently have in my wallet, and Ruffle chips, and then, and then Snickers bar. Okay, so we only did 3 setups. And after that, the professor's like, "Okay, that's a wrap." And clearly he was disappointed. And at that point, it was 4:20 p.m., and we spent about 20 minutes deconstructing the whole set. And again, everyone's wanting to go home, and I moved the light stands, all that stuff. There was a flat, and I tried to move the flat with my head again, like last week, like both arms around the flat, and then with my head as a support. So I actually tried to lower it so that it hits my head, like intentionally. But the actor from last week helped me. And then there were the jacks, and I could move them one by one, but I'm a macho man, so I tried to move 3 at once, and it was very fucking heavy. So I leaned the jacks against my thighs, so I was it was almost like I was a cripple, but instead of a crutch, it was the 3 jacks on my left thigh, and I was just like boom, kaboom, 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 kaboom. I was like this, or more like only twice, kaboom, kaboom. And it was clearly that I was suffering, but I was also enjoying. I was enjoying my suffering, I'm a bit of a masochistic boy, I must admit, and sometimes when I'm super tired and I'm trying to lift heavy ass things and it's hurting me, I actually kind of enjoy it. But Alba saw me and was like, "Enoch, are you okay?" And Eric immediately was like, "Haha, I'm okay," impersonating me. But I didn't say I'm okay or not okay. I'm just like, "Okay, sure, if you want to help me." when Pepper and Andrea were like, we're hungry, you know, let's go somewhere to eat. And Pepper's like, what do you want to eat? Korean food, Japanese food? And Andrea's like, I don't know, I don't care. Andrea just comes off like a very sassy girl. Like she's always like, whatever, you know, fuck it, screw it, you know. So Pepper's like, you want to eat sushi? Do you want to try Sushi Stop, which is a place that I've never tried? And Andrea's like, oh, sure, fuck it. So Andrea drived, and because they're also going to the area that I'm living in right now, I'm like, oh, can I join? And they're like, oh, Andrea's like, oh, sure, whatever. So I just joined. I went into Andrea's car, and we drove. And we went to Sushi Stop, and we went to a parking lot across it. And it was parking for customers only. We get spotted. Some guy from the restaurant showed up and told us to park somewhere else. So we went back to the car and we parked somewhere else. And at the end, we went to this little outlet place, which I've been to and filmed many times already. You know, the ramen place that I had with JT, the Wanderlust ice cream, you know, that place. So we went there, we parked the car there, and because it is also apparently customers only, so we cannot leave that premise and go to Sushi Stop, which is literally just a street away. So instead, we just went to eat ice cream, which is something that I'm not particularly that crazy about as of now, because I already have Ben & Jerry's and another ice cream in my fridge right now. But, you know what? With Pepper and Andrea, it's nice to hang out with them. So I went to Wanderlust and I got myself a $7.25 double scooped Sawtell stracciatella and passion fruit ice cream. And it's actually really good, of course. And it's the second time I've tried this place. It's the first time for both Pepper and Andrea. And Pepper got Earl Grey and Andrea got like some Vietnamese coffee, something, I don't know. But we just stood outside of the store and we just ate and we just chatted really nicely. We mainly talked about just alright, my phone just crashed because it ran out of storage space, so I need to re-say everything I've just said. The time now is 10:07 p.m. I just finished dinner. I'm not gonna do too much for the rest of the night. I'm gonna do some homework. I'm gonna watch an episode of Misang. I'm gonna edit some videos. Maybe I'll do an album review. That's it. So a couple more addendums, 3 more addendums to today's Film 32 class. And today, during break, after lunch, I ran into the Indian guy in the same campus. And then last Tuesday, I ran into the Indian guy as well. And that's the first time I met him in person. So that's really interesting. And it's just really cool that I know all these film people now. Like, even if they are not in my class, like, I just know them. I just know a lot of people now. So that's really cool. And then, that's pretty much it. I will be seeing Aoba tomorrow for the Club Awareness Day. I have to wake up early again. Fuck. It's gonna be tough, but, you know, I hope that I get the chance to speak with Aoba tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. Oh, also John L., the guy from the HKOS. Earlier today, he DM'd me asking me for help for his short film, which is going to take place on Saturday and Sunday. And that's very unfortunate because that's exactly when Thomas needs my help on Saturday and Sunday. Now, I would very much rather help John L. than Thomas because John L. is a Hong Konger and he's way more experienced. But I have already said yes to Thomas, and I don't want to betray him. Alright, time now is 9:56 a.m. in the morning on September 29th. So today, it's going to be another interesting day. I'm going to go to the main campus of the college to be representing my club, script writing club, and for Club Awareness Day, and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I only know that I'm supposed to arrive at 11:15, or the thing begins at 11:15, but I'm sure I need to arrive a bit earlier. And that's pretty much it. So maybe at around 10:20-ish, I'll leave the apartment. I'll be seeing Aoba there, and hopefully it's not a situation where we're separated and we can't talk. So time now is 11:03 a.m. Fuck. I'm extremely late. So I'm supposed to the Club Awareness Day starts at 11:15, and if I take the bus now, there's no way in hell I'm not gonna make it in time. If I take the bus now, I'll arrive at 11:45, which is fucking stupid because by then the event will already have been almost over. And I also said earlier today that I want to arrive early, like maybe at 11 a.m. and it's already 11:03. Fuck. So guess what I did? I called an Uber. That's right. I called an Uber, $9.83, which is fucking insane. But you know what? Once in a while, baby. Once in a while. It's 11:16. I made it. Only a minute late.
There's like no maximum, honestly. At least if you just have it over 3.0, then
I was happy like
to learn the rules so you can know how to play them in a way that is innovative. So that's why. What is this? You guys, the line starts on like the other side of the road. Right. So now I'll take Roscoe's class and
All right. Time now is 2:50 p.m. Let's talk about today. Wow. So lots of stuff to report, lots of stuff to talk about. But essentially, I had a French toast this morning. But today is special because the first club fair, there were no like Korean societies and like Japanese societies. There's none of that. It was more like clubs that are already pre-existing and just enrollment and transfer stuff. And then the second time, it wasn't much of a club fair. It was just a bunch of boring shit, you know, like transfer, security, money, admission fee, whatever. And today is probably the most interesting one because you get the clubs that are registered, that are renewed. Like the Japanese Student Society, the Korean Student Society was right across us. There's a Middle Eastern Society where there's literally no one but a woman. And they were very unpopular. And then there's the Indonesian Society. So right off the bat, I found my booth, and here we go. Theo, the Italian guy, Betsy, the Latina girl, the boss, the film boss of this college, the boss of filmmaking. And then there's Mateusz, the Polish guy, who's the VP of Film Club, and there's this Chinese girl. I can tell she's Chinese immediately by looking at her. She introduced herself. Her name is Leslie. Leslie Jia? Leslie is a gender neutral name. But, you know, and she later revealed that she's from Shenyang, so very up north. And then I introduced myself. And she immediately asked me, I guess she could immediately tell that I'm not a local Asian American. I'm East Asian for real. So she asked me if I speak another language. What's my first language? And I say Cantonese. And then I later revealed that I'm from Hong Kong. And she's like, oh, you're from Hong Kong? Do you like Wong Kar-wai? And I'm like, yeah. That's the first thing people think about when they think of Hong Kong cinema. And she fist bumped me. Because I guess fist bumps, you know, you get to LA, you fist bump. And then she said her favorite is Happy Together. And I said my favorite is Fallen Angels. So that's pretty cool. And she's nice. I got her Instagram and I got Mateusz Instagram as well a little bit later. There were some, like, again, as far as Chinese people go, I don't find myself having political tension with any of them, actually. Especially this one, honestly, because at some point we were joking. I didn't take this whole club fair thing seriously, honestly. Like, flyers were flying around because there was wind. And it was sort of awkward, and I stood there not knowing what to do, and I was kind of awkward, and I was just like joking around. I spent $9 almost $10, 10 US dollars just to come here. But I did meet a couple more people, so that's interesting. Oh yeah, in the middle, while we were like, doing the flyers and trying to prevent them from flying away, we were joking that, wow, this is very international, because there's a Polish guy, there's a Chinese girl, there's a Hong Konger, there's a Latina who speaks Spanish, and the Chinese girl was like, oh, you speak Spanish? I didn't know that. And then we were like, yeah, like none of us are Americans. Or even if Betsy's American, like Betsy's not white, okay? So I guess. So we were joking, haha, we're the anti-American club. And then the Polish guy, for some reason, randomly asked the Chinese girl, like, are you anti-American? And the Chinese girl's like, oh, no, I'm not anti-American. But I know some people who are, and I won't tell you. So, ooh, political dissidents, or more like dissidents to America, radicalized in China, which is very interesting. I explored around. At some point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go around and explore. So I walked around, and it was nice. I also want to just look for people to talk because I am a real extrovert. But I eventually found out that there's no Hong Kong Student Association. Okay, Aoba suddenly showed up. Before I looked around, Aoba suddenly showed up. In our booth, I could immediately recognize her by her hair, because it's unmistakable. And I was like, oh, hey. And she's like, hey. And she's really friendly to me for some reason. She's like smiling and she's like, how are you doing? And I'm like, good. And I'm like, and you're at the ICC? And she's like, yeah, right over there. And we continue to talk a little bit, I guess. Like, she told me that I can walk around and check out other booths, check out the Japanese Student Association. And so I and Alba, we just left, and it's just us two walking down the aisle. And I told Alba that I'm looking for Hong Kong Student Association, and then I walked past it, and I realized that Hong Kong Student Association has officially been destroyed, and is replaced by Asian Pacific Islander and Desi Student Association, which is hilarious. And there were like 4 people guarding that booth. I just walked up to them like I'm a normal customer, and they're like, what's up? And I said, oh, I was in the Hong Kong Student Association Discord, and there's a half Cambodian, half Chinese girl, and then there's another Chinese girl who has like a piercing and like, who doesn't look Chinese, but more so Chinese American. She's kind of tan skinned and she looks super liberal. Yeah, I then followed Alba to the ICC booth, and that is when I met Antoine, the Lebanese guy whom I've seen a couple times in Zoom because of the Friday Mingle thing earlier in January with JT. And then I saw in person in the VIP day, and this time this is the first time I talked to the guy. And he's like, hi, you can join ICC, blah, blah, but actually I'm the VP of Scriptwriting Club. I can't do this. So at around 12:30, booths started to close, but our film club booth, it's still going. And I literally watched Alba grabbing her backpack and then storming away. Just zoop, that's it. She's alone and she's gone. And I'm like, wow, So it was a little disappointing because of that. But oh well, I'll see her next Wednesday. What's the fuss? What's all the fuss about? I'll see you next Wednesday. I mean, I am also surprised too, I mean, I'm from Hong Kong and I've lived in LA for a while, but just the cultural representation, it's insane. Down the corner, there's the Koreans. Down that corner, there's the Japanese. Up the Indonesians. Up the Jewish are over there. Israelis. There's SIS, which is students Israel support, SIS, and it was just 2 Israelites just like standing there. It was, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, just the cultural representation. It's insane, honestly. Like, there aren't that many places in the world where people can say, oh, I have 3 Japanese friends, 4 Korean friends, 5 Polish friends, whatever. Like, Like people are collecting ethnicities and cultures like Pokemons. So it's really interesting. Oh, at one point, there's a woman who was like, "Ooh, let's do a TikTok," and Betsy's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it." So Betsy immediately left. And I fucking hate TikTok. TikToks can suck a fucking dick. TikToks can grind their penises. Okay, like I hate TikTok. So I also like left, and then it's just the Chinese girl and the Polish guy, but they both don't have TikTok either. The Polish guy was like, "I'm too proud of myself to have TikTok," and then the Chinese girl's like, "Same," and I'm like, "Yeah, same," and then we fist bumped like three-way. It's so silly, but it's so damn good too. Because we, the film club, TikToks are for nerds, okay? TikToks are for fatherless people. So, we do that, And that's it. Oh yeah, so Betsy and Theo, they were gonna just grab lunch in a restaurant nearby, and Miles showed up. Miles from Film 40 last year. He sort of disappeared for a while. He's back now. He's ready to go back to the college next semester. And I talked with him for a little while. And then there's a Colombian girl from my film history class that I saw her a bit as well. We went to the Korean restaurant nearby. Me, Betsy, Theo, Miles, when we went there, and I ordered myself a $16.99, including tips, chicken bibimbap, and I ate it all, and it's nice. I'm happy I can eat Korean food, even in West LA, And so lunch issue is resolved. I don't need to buy Subway now. All right, time now is 7:34 p.m. I'm about to have dinner, so I didn't do a single thing in the last 4 hours. Other than editing my Proto Martyr album review. I don't know why, I was just so bored. And I don't have a lot to do for the rest of the day, I realize, which is real weird given how busy I am lately. And even if I have something to do, I have no motivation to do anything right now. I really do not. Wow, my voice is crisp suddenly. That's awesome. Cindy's playing a song called Rachel Green, and she kept playing it. She played it for like 20-something times. I put on my earphones to listen to music, to avoid her music, but I got tired of my own music, and I put away the phones, and she still played it like 4 or 5 times. So that's amazing. Today, it's the Club Awareness Day. Like, nobody asked me to hang out, but the fact that I have things to do and places to go already make me really valid as a person. The fact that so many people, the fact that Betsy and Theo just straight up invite me out for lunch. Not really invite, it's just like, "Oh, you want to grab lunch with us?" Or the fact that people are treating me nicely, or the fact that I'm being name dropped. Like, people literally say Enoch. The fact that some random Hong Konger, not even random Hong Konger, the fact that there's someone out there, John L., who's asking for my help, the fact that Thomas is asking for my help, and so many people is asking for my help that I have to turn down John L. Like, that's insane. The fact that I've gone this far from 2019 to 2022. I guess, I don't know, if I had gone to BU and studied film there, would I be like this? Maybe. I feel like I would, in an alternate universe, if I ended up staying in Hong Kong. Will I have, become a lot more social? Yes, I will. But I feel like the fact that I'm in LA right now just pushes me even harder, because you get a sort of social pressure in Hong Kong, I guess. But in here, if you act weird, it's fine. You can just brush it off and say it's a cultural difference.